Out here on the edge of the upper Wando River. Here's a tip for all you coastal treasure hunters. When you come across stuff like this in the marsh, it's not natural. Somebody put this here, probably over 100 years ago. If you see, there's another one there, there's another one there, they're in a straight line. I'm going to follow them up into this patch of forest and see where it goes. Where I'm at is in a national forest, nobody's private land. I'm pretty sure it's alright. See, here's some more. I'm guessing at one time there was some kind of an old dock, or maybe even a little bridge or something of that type. Anyway, that's a good tip for all you coastal treasure hunters. You see up there? Those are not natural. Somebody put those there. Who knows when? But let's go up in there and see what we find. Here's an up close look. Apparently somebody built this. Must have been over 100 years ago. It's pretty rotted out. I've checked this area out on Google Earth and there is no roads within at least 2 miles of here. It's just solid forest. We're going to get up in here and see where these lead. There's another one. Alright, now we're back up in the forest a good ways from the water. Here's another one. You gotta look close. There's some old rusty barbed wire. I wonder if this was a farm of some sort. So, if we keep looking around, we're gonna find evidence of a house back here somewhere, or something. Still looking for these old fence posts. Pretty far back in the woods now. Here's another one with some barbed wire on it. And score! Look at that. Wow. By the looks of the mortar and the brick, this has got to go back at least 200 years. This area was used as a brickyard in the 17 and 1800s. It looks like we found what's left of somebody's old homestead. So, look at that old chimney. Completely surrounded by forest. So, it looks like we found the right spot. I'm digging this chimney. And I'm going to go back to my boat, grab the metal detector, come back and see what I can find. Well, back at the old chimney again here, and I'm guessing somebody's found this site before because all I found was old buried beer cans. Probably was a good camping spot back in the 70s. Most of them were pool tabs, so time to get back in the boat and move somewhere else. There was a lot going on in this area a couple 100 years ago, and we're going to go see if we can find somewhere else to look around. Well, the tide went out on me while I was goofing around. Here I am out in this marsh. I guess we're up to go old school. We'll pull out. out of here. Over there in front of me is an island. There is not anything on it. It's about 3 miles long. I think that'll give you a good place for a camping trip exploration. All that you see is just the middle of a river. I'm pretty sure it belongs to the National Forest Service, but I'm not positive. Just wanted to point out something. If you're out in the rivers and stuff, especially in the area, there's a lot of history. I'm in coastal South Carolina, so I mean it goes back years, hundreds of years. I'm in the marsh and I come across this metal pole here. And there's another little one over there. And here comes a boat. It's gonna mess up my video, but that's alright. Anyway, the point I'm gonna make is there's nothing out here. And here we got these 2 metal pipes. There's a big loud motorboat. And if you look directly across the river, I don't know if you can see it or not. This thing doesn't really zoom that well for video. There's an identical set of pipes. I don't know if you can see them or not. Now I know hundreds of years ago in this area, they used cable barges to get back and forth. And over there's an island. And over there, I guess you would call that the mainland. And so that tells me at one time this was a spot to get back and forth for some sort of business. So good place to explore, good thing to look out for. If you're on the side of the river and you come across something like this and you can see the same thing on the other side, good chance is that was at one time a pulley system for some sort of a barge. I'm coming into what I was always told is called Cat Island. I don't really know why. I'm in the upper Wando River, coastal South Carolina. And I'm coming into a spot that apparently at one time was used pretty heavily. I mean, nature doesn't make a nice big square opening like this. So, a little bit of marsh to go through, and as you can see, evidence of people everywhere. Old boards and litter. What I'm going to do is hop out of this kayak, and I'm going to walk up here and see if we can find some evidence of some kind of work that went on here, possibly over 100 years or more ago. Well, yep, as you can see, something was definitely here. There's a steel pipe in the ground, some bricks. Over there we've got concrete, lots of it. Some very old planks and boards and such. So something was definitely going on out here. This is an island. There's no roads that go to it. There's no bridges. There's nothing on it that I know of. Besides some of this old stuff. Try to do a lot of history research on the internet about my local area, but I haven't been able to find much. Usually the maps stop with Charleston, and Berkeley County is usually just a big blur. This is Berkeley County. And getting through here, somebody took it upon themselves. To me, it looks like they just put down bags of concrete a long time ago and let them harden where they are. Some old planks. So somebody was trying to keep this area from ever filling up and having some kind of boat landing or something in here. So, take a walk through the woods here, and if I find anything, I'll show it to you. let's go do some exploring. Hopefully nobody will steal my boat. The tide is going out, so it may be a little tricky getting out of here. Fortunately, that boat's light enough. I can pick it up and move it to somewhere else to put it back in the water. I have several kayaks. I bought this one for my daughter. It's a beginner's, but it is light. You can pick it up, you can shove it in the back of your SUV. So if you just want to go out and play, you're not planning on really paddling all day, I recommend them. I have a pretty nice ocean going kayak, but it takes me 5 minutes to get this ready to go. I can pick it up with my pack, walk down my dock, throw it in the water. It's easy to move around. It's almost impossible to turn over. So sometimes the beginner kayaks are good to have as well. If you don't plan on doing any serious paddling, you're just trying to get out to some of these coastal islands, take a look around. Well, now this is depressing. Here we are, way out in the middle of nowhere, and I mean in the middle of nowhere. And I come across somebody's old bag of trash. A can of Spam and a cola, and they even left the sharp lid out. All this plastic shit. People really do suck. And saw a lot of trampled down areas, and it made me think there's probably a lot of deer out here, and now I know for sure there's at least one buck. As you can see, this tree's been rubbed. I haven't seen any good scrapes yet, but it's not really that time yet. A couple more months we'll be seeing the scrapes pretty good because they're going into full rut. That's when they're in heat, and that's when they're running around. But definitely evidence of deer being out here. Okay, YouTubers, I just got a pretty weak beep with my metal detector, so I stopped to check it out. I found what looks to be like some kind of old oil lamp and a grill of some sort. This really doesn't look that old. Possibly a camper. It's too far in the island to have washed up in any kind of way. Here's the rest of it. Yep, this was definitely an oil lamp. So, some old school campers probably left this behind. You can see it. I'm going to go ahead and put this under this. Leave it here for somebody else to find, but where it won't cut the foot of something else that walks across it, or somebody. Anyway, found some evidence of people. Still looking. Wow. Well, metal detector's not finding much today. Been walking for about 1.5 miles, I think. I didn't bring a pedometer or anything. I don't carry a GPS with me when I'm out here. My opinion is if you're going to go out and explore like this, learn to look at the sun, and be able to take your directions from that. Right now I'm walking back towards the direction of my boat. I hope nobody stole it. You do not need to spend a lot of money to get out of your house and explore. If you get off the computer long enough to realize that people have been doing this for thousands of years anyway, you realize you just don't need any money, really. I bought this metal detector at a garage sale for about $12. It works pretty good. I've tested it by burying silver coins and such in my backyard. I'm not wearing any kind of special gear. In fact, all I'm wearing is a pair of shorts, a pair of sandals, and a hat. So, for all these people that you see going out and spending tons and tons of money on gear, a lot of it's really unnecessary if you have good common sense. I don't have weapons or anything like that on me. I'm out in the forest. I do have a pocket knife. I do have a way to make a fire. And I actually do have a cell phone in my pocket. Don't worry about my cell phone getting wet because I have a waterproof one. This camera, also waterproof. That's about the only time I'll spend the extra money on gear, is to get the ruggedized stuff, because replacing things over and over again is pretty wasteful to me. I'd rather buy something I can't break, and I'm pretty good at breaking stuff. So, just saying, all the fancy gear is usually unnecessary if you're trying to make a living at it. And if you are, good luck. I'm just out here having a good time and getting exercise without spending my time in a gym or jogging down a road looking at houses. Personally, I'd rather see trees. So, I think I'm getting pretty close back to where my boat was. Ooh, sorry, Mr. Spider. He didn't like that. Haven't found anything really on this island so far. Some barbed wire, some nails, human trash. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for old coins or maybe old bits of tools that were used out here for whatever they did. Still haven't found out. I keep looking online trying to find older information. Every year the net gets better. I've yet to come across very many things I could not find the answer to simply by sitting down and searching for 5 or 10 minutes. Oh wow. Okay. Jackpot. Alright, well, definitely, we're people out here. There's a house chimney, a fuel tank, even an old trailer. How they got this stuff here, I have no idea. I assume by boat. I can only guess how many years this has been back here. This doesn't look too ancient. There's some old tin roofing. A railroad trailer. Well, nope, it's got tires in them, but yep, there's tires. Look at that. Well, this is cool. Yep, I knew that was metal. Alright, so, now we definitely found out where the people were. I'm going to turn the discrimination up on my detector pretty high and see if we can find something worth finding. This is pretty cool. Like I said, I'm on an island in the middle of nowhere with no roads, no boat landings or anything else. So all this crap had to be hauled out here by boat at one point. That looks like some kind of archaic water heater. With the big fuel tank over there, I have to assume they ran a generator for their electricity, whoever stayed out here or worked out here or whatever happened. It looks like there was somebody who was going to build a house. And it just didn't happen. So, I'm going to turn the camera off for a minute. Do a little more serious detecting and see what I can come up with. Well, I checked this area out pretty good. This chimney's cool. Don't have a lot of time to get crazy. Definitely going to get online and do a little more research when I get home. Somebody hauled all this stuff out here at some point and built it. If you check this out, looks like a tree died and then grew around itself. Well, some pretty good finds today. So, definitely found somebody's old project. This is one of the coolest things I've come across in the middle of the forest so far. Lord knows how this stuff got out here, because I've got to go at least a mile walk back to my boat. So hopefully it's still there. I'm losing tide and I know it, so I'm heading that direction. I'm thinking that this was some sort of business maybe. Here's some more stuff. For all I know, it could have been a massive moonshine still in the early 20s. Big blower fan there. Another big blower fan there. I'm going to have to assume whatever building was here burned down. I see a lot of fencing. More hardened concrete bags and more block walls. So, we're very definite sure at one time somebody was working on something out here. It could very well have been a moonshine still. That wouldn't be very uncommon for this part of the country. Wow. There's just rusted out bits of metal and block everywhere. Surprised I haven't bumped into any snakes yet. But I avoid them. I figure if I leave them alone, they'll leave me alone. Definitely not wearing snake-proof shoes. Trying to get back to the boat. What a cool find. I'll have to come back here and probably camp. Spend some serious detecting time. Maybe break out the little more expensive metal detector. It tells you what's underground so you don't have to dig and waste your time. But like I said, so far this is a mystery. These blocks look like they were made here. It has to be at least 100 years old, not more. And for anybody who wants to come check it out themselves, I'm not stingy. I am on Cat Island, on the part of the Wando River where it splits. I would be on the west side, or the west branch, I should say. If you got a boat and you want to come up here and check this area out, or you know what was here, feel free to message me, let me know. I'm very curious. It's getting a little thick. I'm going to turn this camera back off and see if I can't get through here. I decided to take the easy way. I'm going to walk to the marsh. If you're not afraid of walking through pluff mud and you know how to do it, it's not that big of a deal. Just try not to keep your weight all on one foot and you won't sink. On my boat, it's right around that little corner there. Getting pretty ripped up by the sticker, so I figured I'd take the easy way around. Easy for me anyway. I grew up out here. We used to play in this mud when I was a kid. Look at all those houses over there. People have no idea what's on this island. Probably don't even care. I find it interesting. Wow. I'm getting a hit here. Must have picked up itself. That happens. A lot of history on this island, obviously. And I'm definitely curious to find out more. Pretty good exercise for the day anyway. Yeah, this is the part that really gets depressing. Let me go off on a green rant here for a minute. Look at all this garbage. All these plastic bottles. If you're in your boat and you're throwing plastic in the water, you're a freaking moron. It stays in the ocean forever. It gets in the fish, and then it gets back in our bodies. That's all the rant I'm going to go on for right now. But this right here, as you can see, is going to be where the tide comes up and deposits all this stuff. Nothing makes me madder than walking through places like this, finding nothing but garbage on an island where there is no people or anything else. Ooh, it's a nice day out today. Look at that water. Yeah, more garbage. Freaking plastic. If people do the beach sweeps and throw something out the window, usually it caught the car, but unfortunately, for all these people out here in these boats, most of them could care less, toss the trash right overboard. Whether you care about the planet or not, you should at least care about your children and their children's children. That one day when they come out on an island like this, all they're going to find is trash. Yeah, I'm going off on a rant, so I'm going to shut up and try to get back around in my boat. I'd like to point out again, nature doesn't put things in a line like that. When you see that, there's usually something to find. So, well, I'm back here at my boat. I lost all my water, so I'm about to drag it out of here. Once again, that's the reason for bringing the light boat. Got about a 3-mile paddle back to the dock, but the current's in my favor, so I'll probably just take a ride. Got a pretty good workout already today, so we'll recap later. Thanks for watching.